What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 7 battle for the UBL. We have managed to tie up our record at 3-3, but our differential is at the worst of everyone who is 3-3, which means we need a big win under our belts. We need a nice 4-0, a nice 5-0, a nice 6-0 maybe? I don't think it's going to happen, but we need a nice big win, at least something like a 3-0 or more. That'll really help us catapult our way up the standings and into a position that can hopefully just make the playoffs without having to worry about winning our final week of the regular season, which is coming up pretty soon. We're facing off against Hannons and the New York Charmanders. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Hannons, I think it is. Not sure, but make sure to go and check him out. His link is down in the description, just like the rest of the coaches in the UBL. Looking at this team that he's bringing, let's go and show it on the screen right now. His team is very different than every other team we faced off before. It's our first Quagsire we're facing off against, which is super crazy to think about. It's also the first Scyther we're looking at, which, again, crazy, because Scyther and Quagsire are arguably two of the best mods in the format. Looking at how good Ninjask was for us in its debut week, Scyther is just like better Ninjask. So that's not a good thing for a team that's answers to bug types are pretty limited, especially to flying types as well. Yeah, not the best. But I definitely believe we have a really good option around because this team, it lacks some things that make my team, I think, a bit better than it, but I don't think the matchup that we have is all that great, and I'll explain why. He has one Pokemon that gets momentum outside of like Kadabra's Teleport, and that's going to be U-Turn on the Scyther. Nothing else can just freely get a switch in, so he's got to make a lot of doubles to get into the positions that he wants to be in. Whereas for me, with my Ninjask, with my Rotom, with my Behemoth, I'm in a really good spot. With my Dedenne, I'm in a good position to just force something out, switch it. With my Berserker as well, didn't even mention that. So that's 5 mons that get momentum, which can help me get into a position where I can take advantage of his team and he won't be able to take advantage of mine. That's a pretty big difference, I find. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at our first mod we're going to be bringing, honestly, first of all, actually, before I get started, I want to give a huge thank you to Tone, and I want to give a huge thank you to Granky and to Meta. So Tone had said like, oh my god, like quickly look at this team, and he said like, oh my god, there's one answer to ghost types, and it's going to be Licky Tongue, excuse me. That's it. That's his only ghost resist or immunity. Okay, he's got one normal, or not normal, dark resist, and that's it. It's the Hitmonchan. Everything else is neutral or worse. And on top of that, he has no immunity to Psychic. That's a big deal. But we're gonna start off with Tone Time here. Now, Tone Time, the Berserker, is important because it's one, a good Pokemon to give us the momentum that we want, but number two, it's a really good way to take hits from the Scyther in a position where we don't really want to have to take hits with something else like our Mudsdale, because we resist the dual stab. On top of that, it gets enough speed so we can outspeed something like the Quagsire, the Colossal, the Licky Tongue, the Tangela, those are the ones. Basically, all these unevolved Pokemon, these Pokemon that are really slow and bulky, Berserker outspeeds, and an adamant 110 base attack Berserker with Tough Claws on all of its attacks is very good. We have Seed Bomb there. Obviously, it's there for the Quagsire. Quagsire's super annoying. I'm really hoping it's Water Absorb and not Unaware. If it is Unaware, that just makes it a little harder for us. Seed Bomb is there for that. Like I said, Iron Head is good stab overall. Hits a lot of things for really good damage. Close Combat is there because it does a ton of damage to the Stunfisk. It does a ton of damage to the Colossal. It also hits the Licky Tongue and the Rapidash for the best damage possible. And U-Turn is there for momentum. The Ockerberry is there because I want to have a way to hit the Rapidash for really good damage. If it's going to be Rapidash against Berserker, I'm probably clicking Close Combat against it, because if he goes for a Flame Charge, or a Flare Blitz, excuse me, then we're going to take the hit with our Ockerberry, and then we'll fire back a Close Combat, and he's going to take a lot less damage in recoil because of the chip from the protection rather, from the Ockerberry. So we want to kind of make up for that by doing some big damage with the Close Combat, and if I can force him to get the KO on himself because of, let's say, Flare Blitz recoil plus Close Combat plus Flare Blitz recoil again, I'd be in a really good position because Rapidash outspeeds a lot of my team, and it's a very scary Pokemon to deal with because it just chips down a lot of my answers to the Scyther, which is objectively the scariest mod for my team to go up against. But yeah, that's going to be the Berserker. It has speed for an adamant Colossal, and that's really it. Our next mod is going to be Airborne the Ninjask. It was fantastic in its debut week, but we're going to go for it again. We're running dual Wing Beat, U-Turn, Swords Dance, and Protect. Once again, we literally do not need any speed at all. I have 4 investment in speed. It's just what was left over. That's it. We just don't need anything else. We're running max HP because we can. Again, like I said, we outspeed literally everything, which is amazing. I originally had Facade on this set over Swords Dance because I was worried about the Flame Body on both the Colossal and on the Rapidash, which is super scary for this Pokemon that really wants to hit things with contact moves. And it is a little bit unfortunate, but it's really the best that I can do in the situation because Facade, it still did nothing to Tangela, with the burn, like Dual Wingbeat did about the same. So I decided to replace Facade with Swords Dance. And that way I can really chip down his team effectively. I can really break the team. And if I actually give a Swords Dance up for free, let's say against something that is locked into a move that can't hit me, I'm in a great position. That's really it. Our next mon is going to be our Rotom Frost. Omarion is here with the Choice Scarf this week, Blizzard, Volt Switch, Defog, and Trick. We're running, this is our lead first of all. My opponent has a combined 2 rockers. There's the rocker in Colossal and a rocker in Stunfisk. In both my mocks, Colossal never showed up, partly because I have access to, I guess, Mudsdale, which can outspeed it. I have Berserker, which has good stab against it, and, well, not good stab against it, but neutral stab against it, but also close combat. I have Poliwrath, I have Kangaskhan, which outspeeds against Earthquake. Ninjask is obviously a big upside of bringing Colossal because it's going to resist the hits, but with access to Rapidash, with access to Stunfisk, with access to Quagsire, I don't think that Ninjask is going to be his biggest concern. So I felt like having Colossal was a bit redundant for him, and that's why I think that the Stunfisk ended up coming to most of my mocks. But if it does, if the Colossal is what ends up coming, fine, not a problem at all. I just go ahead and I click Trick. Lead, if it's the Stunfisk, if it's the Colossal, I Trick. If I can trick one of those two, or if I can trick the Quagsire, if I can trick the Lickitung, it's going to make things so much easier for my win condition this week, and I cannot wait to show you it. The defog is there because in the mocks that I had, it was a lead of Stunfisk against the lead of Rotom. I managed to trick it as it went for rocks, and I just defogged a bunch of times until he basically was forced to switch out. And that's it, because a lot of the time I would defog and meta would then go for a Stealth Rock, I'd defog again, Stealth Rock, blah blah blah, over and over. And because Stealth Rock is more PP than defog, I had to mix in a few Volt Switches or Blizzards in there, and I'm not mad at that, it's just extra damage for a free turn. But I want to make sure that I'm going to be the one who wins the hazard game this week by not having to worry about any rocks on my side of the field, unless I manage to somehow trick myself a heavy duty boots. And if I can do that, that'd be fantastic for our Rotom. In terms of speed, what do we have on the set? Well, our speed on the Rotom is there primarily for an Adamant Hitmonchan without a Choice Scarf. It's honestly would just Mach Punch me anyway, so I'm not too concerned. It's just the best speed that I felt would be important. It gives me a Modest Nature too, which is super valuable as well. Our next mon is going to be Roswell, the Behemoth. This is our win condition this week. We're into the Pecha Berry. Pecha Berry Behemoth with Psychic, Recover, Nasty Plot, and Trick Room. My opponent has a grand total of 1 resist to Psychic, and it's a Stunfisk. Or, well, 2 resist. Kadabra, but whatever. It's a Kadabra. It's not really a resist. Stunfisk is the other one. If I manage to trick something like the Stunfisk, something like the Lickitung, or the Tangela, or the Colossal, or whatever, just something that can't Toxic me, number 1, or just isn't running Toxic, then Behemoth can just come in, click Nasty Plot a bunch of times, recover up any damage because we have a ton of HP, Trick Room up, and then go for game. The downside to this set is that Unaware Quagsire is a thing, and if it's a specially defensive Unaware Quagsire, then that really hurts us, because Unaware Quagsire, if it's max special defense, if we are outspeeding it, because Quagsire is slower, if he's running minus speed, 0 speed IVs, then he'll underspeed me, which means Analytic will not activate, and that means that he will be taking under half from a Psychic if he's unaware and max special defense. If we do underspeed rather, and he's going to go first, then we'll do 50 to 58, which is really good damage. That's a 2 KO. So we want to make sure we can do that. And we're having the Pecha Berry because we just don't want to be toxic. That's it. Being paralyzed or burnt, whatever, not the end of the world, but toxic is where this set has some difficulties. Our next mon was going to be one that I actually added on the team after our first mock. I originally had access to the, I had the Spiritomb here, but instead I have Roselia now. Shrubs is back with the Eviolite, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Aromatherapy, and Toxic Spikes. My opponent has no ground or poison type. Toxic Spike, very free. If I can Toxic something like the Rapidash, the Colossal, the Lickitung, the Quagsire, and the, what else is there? Tangela, I'm in a really good position. That's period point blank. I'm in a really, really good spot. Sludge Bomb hits things for really solid damage, most notably things that resist the grass moves, something like the Scyther, something like the Rapidash are the big ones. Obviously Stunfisk isn't hit well, but I have answers to Stunfisk, I feel like, so we're going to go from there. Mudsdale's a really good answer in itself, so who knows if Stunfisk even comes, but either way, just a really good mod to have. If I can get that Toxic Spikes up, oh my god, it'd be amazing for me, so fingers crossed we can do that. In terms of the investment that we have on this set, Roselia takes 2 Banded Jolly Hitmonchan close combats. We also take Kadabra's Life Orb Psychic or Sash Psyshock. We have no ground poison on my opponent's team, so Toxic Spikes, obviously. And in case you're running a Curse Quagsire, we take a +4 Curse, no attack Earthquake from Quagsire. But we're going to go for Giga Drain anyways, outspeed it, get the OHKO on it, so I'm not too concerned about it either way. That's going to be our Roselia. Moving on to our final mon, it is Budweiser, the Mudsdale with the Rocky Helmet. I need a way to chip down Scyther. That's it. If Scyther's running boots, awesome. I know that at least because I have rocked. If it's running a Violite, well, it's not going to be at hit taking abilities because it's going to take 50% from rocks. If it's running Life Orb, I'll know. Basically, the goal is to find out what the Scyther is running and be able to counter it that way, and that is the plan with this Mudsdale. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Rest. Enough investment in our special defense, and what am I saying special defense? In our defense, rather, to make sure that we are never going to be too KO'd by dual Wing Beat from Scyther. Life Orb Scyther, by the way. And it's not a guarantee, but he literally needs a max roll on every single dual Wing Beat hit. That's 4 of them. And even then, that's if you got crits on all of them, basically, because we have stamina, what am I saying? So that doesn't even matter at all. But we're like max defense to take basically any hit we need to from the Scyther and chip it down with Rocky Helmet. That is the goal of this set. Chip things down and force switches. We have Stealth Rock for, obviously, hazards are important, and then Rest for recovery. Earthquake, Rock Slide, very good against this team. Obviously, this is a free Tangela switch-in or a free Quagsire switch-in. So the good news is I go hard into Shrubs, and I can then counter those 2 Pokemon, which is exactly what I want to do. But guys, that's going to be our team for this week's battle. Let's do it. It's time to battle. All right, everyone, welcome back. I forgot to click record, so I did the whole intro. I'm leading off with Mudsdale here. I'm surprised he didn't bring Scyther. I forgot to click record. I can't. That never happens. It never. Okay, well, like I said, he was off a Switch, which is going to be the it's going to be this thing here. Now, I do have an answer for it. In my Roselia. I can switch out into it. I can also go for a Toxic or a Stealth Rock here, and I think what I want to do is go for my Stealth Rock here, which is what we're gonna do. But yeah, like I said, I was surprised he didn't bring any hazard removal, or any hazard setters rather. His removal is the Hitmonchan. But yeah, I am confused. But Scald comes out. Let's see how much damage it's going to do. 207 down to 129. Super effective. Stamina. Doesn't look like there's a burn. Let's take a little Quagsire quickly. That did what? 78 points of health. That's a roll for no special attack, which is good. I'm going to switch out here though. And I believe I'm just going to go hard into Shrubs. Shrubs takes the water moves well. We have our rocks up as well, which is super nice. We're going to switch out first. We are faster, so he could be staying in. Kind of hope he does. He does go for a Scald here. Alrighty. And I have a pretty free Sludge Bomb here as he gets the burn. Which, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I have Aromatherapy, but I also have Natural Cure. So, I have a pretty free Sludge Bomb here. I also have a pretty free Toxic Spike. What would he go into? Possibly Rapidash. So I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb. We'll go from there. I imagine he goes into the Rapidash right now. Slim. Okay, so Sliggoo instead. Alright, well, I'm not staying in because in case this is like an Infestation set, which Granky showed off, I don't want to deal with that. Don't want to deal with that. And we do get the Poison on it. 30% chance to Poison. While you're in Sludge Bomb over Sludge Wave. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright. Does Sliggoo get Fire moves? I think it does. I know it gets Ice moves. Let's take a look. Open, go Wi-Fi, Sliggoo, Fire move. Come on now, Fire. It does not get Fire moves. So the question right now is, do I go into Berserker or do I go into Rotom? And I think I want to go into Berserker. Right? I'm gonna go hard into Berserker here. I feel like I'm gonna resist most of the hits. If he goes for Dragon Pulse, I'll resist it. If he goes for Toxic, I can't be Toxic. Ice Beam, there you go. So either way was resisted. 165 down to 140, that's 25 points. No way! No way! Okay, what does Sliggoo get in terms of moves? Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, Outrage, Rock Slide, Sludge Wave. Okay, what do I switch into here? I can go into Roswell. I don't think he goes for a Toxic here. He might go for... What would he switch into? Maybe he switches into Rapidash? If he goes Rapidash, I have Omarion, which can outspeed Voltage out. So I'm going to try that. Bro, that's kind of crazy. Damn. Oh, this man really froze my Berserker. Oh, God. Mac. Yeah, so we got to play right with the Rapidash. Is it Boots? It is Boots. So I'm going to Volt Switch here. And I'm going to go into The horse. Ah, man, this Pokemon's gonna be a problem for me. Thank God I get to keep my Scarf. We can Volt Switch around. Oh, big damage. That wasn't even a crit, that just did 50%. Let me go hard into Mudsdale. I had the freest U-turn of my life there before, but no, not anymore. You just see Swords Dance. Alright, this is what I was worried about. But if you go for Flare Blitz, you're gonna go for Flare Blitz. Okay, let's take a look. Rapid Dash. Offensive. Level 50. Flare Blitz +2 against Mudsdale. Does at most 148. It's a low roll to live, but he's gonna take like a good amount of chip, and then we just outspeed again. So I'm gonna go for an Earthquake here, and we'll go from there. Play Rough instead. We're gonna take this hit. Oh, we eat it up. We eat it up. Rapidash is gone here. Rapidash is gone here. I can remove it from layout, please. This small's a threat. Yes. Oh, we needed that. Oh, we needed that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, we definitely needed that. I need to get my Toxic Spike up. I need my T-Spike up. It's going to make it a lot easier to deal with that Quagsire. If I get 2 up, it's done. String, what is that? Yeah, makes sense. Here we go hard into Shrubs, who's no longer burnt. I have a free Sludge Bomb here, but the question is, like, is he going to go hard into Sliggoo again? He probably does. He probably does. We'll see if he switches out. The fact, I think I'm slower, so I think he stays in. He might go for a knockoff or a Giga Drain here. If I were him, I'd Giga Drain. Just knockoffs. That's fine. So we lose our Eviolite. It's not the end of the world. It makes it a little bit tougher to take hits from, specifically with the Hitmonchan. But I think I want to... What's more important, Toxic Spike or Aromatherapian? What would he switch into? Kadabra, maybe? I'm going to get up my Toxic Spike here, because I think I can play around the Sliggoo decently well. I got my Toxic Spike here. Slim, so back into Sliggoo. It's going to take Rocks, it's going to take Poison, it's going to take a ton of Chip. We got our Toxic Spike now. Good. Very good. Big damage from the Toxic. Okay, and I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go hard into Omarion here. We're going hard Omarion. And we see a Dragon Pulse come out. That's fair. Big damage? Not really. It's okay. Alright. A bit more chip from Slim here. I have a Toxic Spike up, so I'm not too against going for a Voltage here. I'll just go for the Volt Switch. He stays in. We can Volt Switch out. And it stays alive, unfortunately. We got a crit. That was a crit as well. Jeez. Okay, what do we switch into here? I imagine another Dragon Pulse comes out. I'm just going to go hard into Tone Time here, because I think a Dragon Pulse is coming out. That's a misplay. I just leave a Frozen Mon in. Oh, it goes for Toxic too. Beautiful. Okay, so we know right now Toxic. And I still leave the Frozen Mon in. But that's one of the reasons why I think I've become the... Let me try this again. One of the reasons why I think I've become a better player over the past maybe few weeks, few months, is because I'm noticing when I should not be leaving something in for free. And the problem is I've been doing that. I just did that now. That's the problem. And it might be game-changing, to be honest. So let's go to Sliggoo. Let's remove that. Okay, I have my Behemoth still. I have Airborne as well. What has value right now? Rotom has value. I don't think that Budweiser does, so I'm going to go into Budweiser here. I don't think a Budweiser has value. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I can't really recover up on anything, and it loses to 3 members of the team? Oh, Rapid Spin, forgot about that shit. Oh, it hurt me. God damn it. Yeah, so no more Rocks, unfortunately. No more Toxic Spike, but not the end of the world with the Toxic Spike. It really isn't the end of the world at all. And he's going to take 2 hits from Helmet. And 2 hits from Toxic as well, or Poison as well. So I think what I want to do here is... Do I just get my Rocks? I think I just get my rocks. And if he stays in, he stays in. If he switches out, he switches out. Power punch. That's fine. Another crit. I feel like you need both crits to take that to kill me there. I'm pretty confident you needed both. So let me take a look. Hitmonchan. Level 50, 252. Rapid Spin does 8 to 10% if it's not Jolly, and then Power Up Punch. This I think you needed both crits. I'm pretty sure you needed both crits there. That's okay though. I can go into Airborne here. I can go into Shrubs. I don't want to go into Roswell actually. I think Airborne is the play. And we're gonna get rid of this here. Let's find our Mudsdale. Okay, so let's take a look at Ninjask. Ninjask against Hitmonchan. If it's got no HP investment, you turn this 24 to 29. I can protect here. The question is, do I think he goes into Quagsire? That's the question. If he does go into Quagsire, I can just U-turn into the Shrubs. How much does Shrubs take from Quagsire's Earthquake? Quagsire's Earthquake without the Eviolite. Let's take a look. Roselia, without our Eviolite, Earthquake does 79 points health the most, with no investment. So I think I'm safe to click a Protect here. Because I want to rack up the turn of Toxic. Just switches out. Okay, what is he going to here? Swish. So back into Quag he goes. That's fine. We'll chip it down some Mo. Going for the U-turn there would have been nice. I would have gone the momentum that I wanted, but we can just U-turn out now. We got the chip. We'll find out if this is a Rocky Helmet. Maybe it is. And we'll get some nice damage off on it, right? About 20%. Rocky Helmet. Okay, there we go. There we go. My question now is, what do I go into? I'll go into Shrubs here. He can't switch out on me. So just going Shrubs is pretty free. And just Toxic. So we revealed Toxic and Scald. He's gonna have Recover. And my question here is, I think I Aromatherapy now, right? Do I click Aromatherapy here? I just don't want him sacking off the Hitmonchan, is the problem. Well, if he does, I just go back into Behem. I want to keep my Berserker available to me. That's the thing. I want to keep it available. I'm gonna Aromatherapy. Kadabra. String. So he goes back. Okay, so he goes into this. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. So we don't want to deal with the hazard, which is good. I also want to force in the Quagsire and force it to be toxic. So I'm going to go for a Toxic Spike here. We should outspeed this unless it has quite a bit of speed investment. To be fair, I'm not running any speed on this, but yeah. I still can't believe he didn't bring the Scyther and he didn't bring any hazard setters. Another knockoff. Fine. Gonna do pitiful damage there. And I can fire off a Sludge Bomb here. So I'm gonna do that. As much as I would like to get a second layer, I just don't think it matters that much. Like, it's good for the Quagsire, but without leftovers, taking 12% each turn. 12% plus, even if it's max special defense for my Behem, it's not gonna be taking too much. Larry, so is that the Hitmonchan? That is Hitmonchan. This might just drop here. Unless it's a Assault Vest. Which it could be. Ooh, that's looks like gonna be close. Ooh, there we go. Way to go, Roselia. Oh my god. I was not going to bring this Pokemon, and we ended up bringing it. So this is awesome. We have our Toxic Spike up for the rest of the game. That's awesome for us. Where is Hitmonchan? Goodbye, Hitmonchan. Scruff. In comes the Kadabra. So good news, I have Ninjask. Good news, I have Berserker. Bad news, Pokemon's scary. So we're going to go hard into Tone Time here. Even if it's Life Orb, it's going to be spooky. So let's take a look. Kadabra, level 50, against Berserker. We are currently at 140 health. Shadow Ball will bring us down to 70, exactly 50%. And unfortunately, he gets the special defense drop there, which, okay. This is sashed. This is a focus sash Kadabra here. Which, a little unfortunate. I'm just going to go for the U-turn here, and I'm going to drop. It's not the end of the world. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. So another Shadow Ball comes out. So Berserker's going to go down here. Where's my Berserker? There you are. I'm going to go hard into Airborne. And we have a free U-turn here. And as long as I have Roselia, when Kadabra's gone, I'm able to win, I think. Ooh. Could this be Scarfed? I mean, in theory, it could be Scarfed. If it is Scarfed, do I die? Ninjask's Shadow Ball? Kadabra? No. Thank God for max HP on this. I take the hit easily. There's 87 points of health at the very most. So I'm going to just go for a U-turn here. And if it is Scarfed, he's Scarfed. Fine. But we'll take the hit. So that's like... That's something good there. That's something good. As long as I'm out of range, and he just switches out. So he's going to go into the Quagsire, I imagine. And come Squish. That's fine. It's going to get Toxic now, which is nice. Or Poison, rather. Which is good. Alright. Big old damage. That's some really nice damage. And I can go into Shrubs. Or I can go to Roswell now. And Roswell can click Nasty Plot, or just even Psychic and win the game here. So I'm going to go into Roswell. The last thing I want to do, I do not want to click Trick Room here. We are not clicking Trick Room. He's in range. He's in range. I just go for my Psychic here. If he Toxics me, he Scalds. That's fine. Crits me again. Dude, this man has gotten a freeze, like 4 crits. The like, damn. Well, Quagsire's down. Good. Quagsire was spooky. And I think Ninja should be able to clean it up here. It might involve taking 2 dual wing beats, but or landing 2 dual wing beats, but it is what it is. Turns out I didn't need Facade. Turns out I didn't need Swords Dance. But yeah, I'll take it. So if Kadabra comes in, fine, I can get rid of its Sash. In comes Scruff, which is the Kadabra. Okay, let me take a look here. Kadabra against BKM. Shadow Ball does 106 at the very most. We take the hit, which is good. Is it worthwhile to recover up? I don't think it does anything for me, so I'm just going to Psychic. Doesn't do anything at all. So Shadow Ball will take the hit, but we're going to win this game probably 3-0. And like, I'm trying to think, is there a way I can preserve Diff here? Oh, okay. Critical hit back. I guess he was Surf. I guess he was Scarf. Okay. Well, I am going to preserve Diff here. I don't think Tangela could do anything to my Ninjask. So I'm going to go Ninjask on Tangela. And give it the KO. I'll take it, I guess. I mean, we're going to preserve a differential. We need to do it. We need to have as much diff as possible, or else we're going to have a hard time making it for the rest of the game. Making it for the rest of the, making the playoffs for the rest of the league. But I'll take it. I said before in the Teambuilder, we need like a nice win, a Giga Drain, on a Bug Flying type with max HP. That did still like 20 points of health. That's pretty significant. But I said before in the Teambuilder, we needed a big win, and it looks like we're going to get it here. So I'm going to go for a dual wing beat. I'm going to go for that dual wing beat, and if he gets the KO on Ninjask, he gets the KO on Ninjask, so be it. But 9% chance to hit here. I don't think we're going to KO actually, which is crazy to think, because Ninjask is pretty, well, not bulky. Yeah, we do like 34 to 41, which is nuts. That did no damage. Leech sees me. Yeah, alright. Well, Leech Seed, knockoff, Giga Drain. Like, I can Swords Dance here, it's not worth my while. I'm just gonna U-turn. Like, I should have Swords Dance there, but hey, it is what it is. Let's click the U-turn button. I am making sure that we are not going to win this game worse than 4-0. Making sure of it. And we're going to go into Shrubs here. Shrubs takes any hit. Outspeeds and Sludge Bombs back. Wow. I didn't even make a secret word of the day today. Yesterday, I made enchiladas. So, we will say the secret word of today's video will be enchilada. If you guys are still here, make sure to comment it down below. Comments are the best way to help the channel grow. Even just something that may be silly like enchiladas. It's still good to get that interaction. It helps out the channel a lot. So, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Hannons for a really awesome game here. I am definitely going to be taking the W here, the 4-0 win. I'm super happy about because we desperately needed that, and that's huge because we are now 4-3 plus 2. It's a respectable record in the league that honestly I did not expect to be doing that well in after the first like 3 weeks. So I'll take it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, leave a like on the video, comment your thoughts on it down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel. There's like 30% of the people who watch it, 30% may seem like a little bit compared to a lot of other people, but 30% of people who are not watching it or who are watching the videos are not subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Shout out to our YouTube channel members. I have to go and pull up the list again because I always tend to forget, especially when we get to the end of the video, so that's my bad. But our YouTube channel members, I know we have Liv, we have Hayes, we have Eric, we have Zeke as our level 1s. I remember that perfectly. Our level 2s, we have Bread Pudding and we have Terrence. I believe it is, yep, Terrence. And then our level 3s, we got Sully and we have Bolt. So shout out to those 8. And guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, so much for being a part of the channel, and I will catch you guys all next time.